All right, everyone, here we go with the thank you reading for December 2024, the final calendar month of 2024. I do these every month. There's a whole playlist of them. They're timeless. They're for you. They're about you. It's to thank anybody who give me a nickel for anything I do around here, be it an extended purchase or donation or just chucking a wad of nickels at my house. I really don't care. It's fantastic. I appreciate it. That being said, it keeps my wife off my back. You're doing those things for free and you're not going to do it. Okay, all right. Calm down. All right, I'll make sure somebody give me a nickel. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I got a pre-shuffle here for these thank you readings. So again, thank you. For these thank you readings, I asked the universe, what do you want to tell my people? It's rather poetic what it gave me here for the pre-shuffle. I could come up with a lot of titles for this. There's a lot of ways to look at this. I've got a Knight of Pentacles crossed by a Ten of Cups. It's a persistent happiness is the way it reads literally, the way the energy feels. A persistent happiness. It could be a persistent dream or vision that you have that maybe has faded over time. It's possible. I don't know. Either way, it's making a triumphant return. But the way that the pre-shuffle literally reads, it's a persistent happiness, right? That's marred or been hidden, if you will, with the moon and the Nine of Wands. Nines of the end in tarot, remember that. By an energy of disappointment, let down, loss, Five of Pentacles. Keep in mind, I pointed out as I went by it, the Nine is the end in tarot. That wall doesn't look too good anymore. There's not much blocking it now. We could kick that, my baby could kick that wall down. It's been let go so much, right? Vines destroy things. I love people that let the vines grow up their house, right? Grow up the side of their house. Everybody's house here in California is got stucco on the outside of it. It's like this stuff you spray on. It's like a drywall. It's like a super drywall kind of a thing. And they let the vines grow up the side of the house. The vines eat right through it. Eventually they come right into your damn living room, right through the drywall. If you leave them there, they leave little holes all in it and all that kind of stuff. This wall has been eaten to shit. It's been let go too fucking long. It's coming back. Whatever this is, it's either an energy of persistent happiness that's always been there, although it's hard to fucking tell. It's been hard to fucking tell. Or it's a vision or dream you once had. It's sort of what I would classify in that category as a girl I once knew energy. Just for my own purposes, the way I feel it, right? It's a girl I once knew, and she'd been there the whole time. I just couldn't see it or feel it. It's like that. Now you could take girl, replace it with guy if you want to. You could take girl and replace it with dream if you want to. Whatever it is, the same frequency of energy plays out a lot of different ways. I'm just trying to give it to you. It's actually quite poetic what the universe has given me here. This is beautiful energy. All right, let's see where we go. But it's been marred. It's just been blocked. Now things are starting to clear up a little bit. There is some kind of truth making its way to you. There's something. These birds see really well, right? They got big eyes facing forward. They got binocular vision. I mean, they're the shit, okay, as far as vision. No need to go to Pearl Eyeglass Center for these guys. No need, give them the eyeglass test. I'll tell you, they pass it like crazy. We're talking about 25 vision, not 20/20, right? Something 20 feet away looks 5 feet to these things. But I'll tell you, something's about to come into crystal clarity. That's why I say that. All right, let's go. Let's see where we're at here. I don't even know what I'm going to clarify with. I feel bad shuffling this away, but I'm going to. It's beautiful energy. All right, so you call it whatever you want. A dream I once knew, a girl I once knew, a guy I once knew. It's been there the whole time. It's been marred and hidden by whatever. But overall, it's a persistent happiness. It's something you once knew, either dreamt or a person or whatever it is, an energy of some kind, a place that's never left your heart. Okay? It's just there. It always exists there. Now it's coming to the surface, with crystal clarity. Eyes of the great horned owl, right? Kind of thing. All right, let's see where we go. Let's shuffle the deck here. I'll tell you, it's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. It's a whole playlist of these, and again, it's a thank you reading. All right? And I get, it's a thank you. That's it. You know, anybody's giving me a nickel for anything I do around here, it's greatly appreciated. And if you gave me 2 nickels, it's even more appreciated. I mean, it is what it is. Thank you. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm done shuffling. All right. Bottom of the deck, the environmental energy around the base energy, which is the center card I'm going to pull, is the Ace of Swords. Let's see what's fueling this. Again, there's a... I want to call it a piercing truth. It feels like a piercing truth of some kind. And again, we have this, it's there. It's persistent. It won't go away, right? Well, the pre-shuffle did get, that's amazing. Because I do block shuffling. And I explained this on a recent extended, right? Because somebody asked me about it once. I do block shuffling. In other words, everybody shuffles their own way. Offline, I pull readings by doing what I call cut pulls. Offline, I just do it like that, and I'll keep cutting until my intuition says stop cutting, right? So when I shuffle the deck here on the readings, because that might get in the way of the cards, and then there's a lot of explaining to do, I do block shuffling. I grab the cards in blocks. I'm basically just doing cuts. So that's all I do. You know, that's how I shuffle. I don't do those shuffles that some people do where they split the deck in two and they you know, and break the deck and all that kind. I don't bother with any of that, ever. All right? So sometimes, yeah, the pre-shuffle will come back around. Sometimes it will, because I'm a block shuffler. It's the way I do things. You do them your way, right? I do them my way. Everybody does them their own way. That said, the pre-shuffle did not come back around because we did not have that Knight of Swords. That said, the only thing that came back, and why I'm pointing it out, in our environmental energy around is the persistent happiness, is that girl I once knew, the guy I once knew, the dream I once knew. It's very persistent. That's the universe's way of saying very persistent. And not only is it there, not only will you feel it, it's coming in with some kind of message. There's something in it for you, okay? There's something in it for you with the Knight of Swords. Doesn't mean a person's coming your way, it might, but there's something in it for you, a message of change. Some kind of piercing truth here. So, that's fucking wild. I love this shit. All right, there we go. All right, here we go. 3 cards. 7 cups. 10 wands. Wow. Queen of Wands. I love these thank you readings. It's great. Because it doesn't matter how many people are here. Why do I love that? Because the less people that watch a reading, the more accurate I can be. And it doesn't matter how many people are here. There's tons of people that come and watch these readings that never gave me a nickel for anything I do. It's not for them. They can watch if they want, but they're wasting their fucking time. I set up the energy that way. I set the parameters on the energy. So it is for a smaller number of people than what are probably watching. That being said, this is amazing. This is the 10 of Wands. 10s are the end and dead end that lead to it. So if you are someone who's giving me a nickel for something I do, you're supposed to be here. This is for you. All right? The 10 of Wands here, this is the 10s of the end and dead end that lead to a new beginning. All right? So this is a persistent, something that has, you've been very, how do I phrase this? Sad about this, but you might not have known you were sad about it. It puts a pressure on you. It's something that's been heavy on your mind, but you didn't know. You were focused on other things. It's like, it's there. It's underneath the whole time. I don't know if it's a dream or a person. I have no idea. It's going to vary for all of you. But it's actually, so I would phrase this as, this is some kind of thing, some sort of persistent happiness that's been heavy on your mind. But I don't think you know that it's been heavy on your mind or heavy in your heart. It's just been there. It's been waiting around. You know, it's sort of like driving around, not with weights in your trunk, but with your tires low. You know, they're supposed to be, so let's say 32 PSI or something like that. You're driving around with 20 PSI tires. The car feels sluggish, but you're not sure why, because you don't know that the tires are low. You didn't bother looking. You don't know anything about that shit, whatever. It's a bit of that. This is really nice. Let's clarify some stuff here. So these cards are talking about, you've been doing other things, but this has been there the whole time. It's been an issue. It's been something. It's been something you've wanted to return. It's been whatever. I don't know what it is. I wish I could pinpoint it. I wish I had an example in my own life. A little bit. There's back 20 years ago or so, I want to say, I had for a summer, I had rented a house up in the canyon. It's a canyon we call here Coldwater Canyon. And I had a house up there. It was really cool, right? I had some really cool neighbors and stuff like that. I always remember back to that as a fond time. It's there. It doesn't, it creates it taints, it colors sort of how I look at various things, especially if I'm looking for places to move or places to go. That's always something I try in the back of my mind not to compare to, because I don't know if I can meet up with that or ever match that again. But it kind of does. It sort of does color things. It's always kind of there in the background. I'm trying, all you got to do is catch my drift here about what this is. All I can tell you is it's making a triumphant return. And I don't know what I'm going to clarify with the witches. It's got the 10 swords at the bottom. And I like the feel of that. And it's also got an owl on it. All right. Let's see where we go here. Let's pull on that. Okay. Doing my best to give you an example of it. It's really actually the fact that it came back like that with that and that is a very, very special thing. That's really wild, you know. Okay, and the rest of the pre-shuffle all went away, other than one card of communication there, you know. So it is coming back. It's coming back in a big way. You know, we'll see. 10 wands. Why is it here? Oh, it's there. It colors everything. You may not even realize that this persistent happiness, this moment of bliss, this moment in your life, this person, whatever it is, they're there. They color everything. And it's been there. It's very heavy. It's like a dominating factor, but you've been doing other things. You living life on it's sort of like something you're in a boat on the surface, living your life, fishing, doing whatever, and 50 feet below you, you know, is that thing. It's just there. You don't even know it's there. It's there. You know. I don't know. Why is the 10 of wands here? Let's pull on it. Cutting truth. Why is that here? Let's see. Let's see what it is. It's a reconciliation energy on the Ace of Swords. So definitely coming back. Or has the potential to. That wall that was keeping it blocked or keeping it obscured is going away. That 9 of wands that was up there in the pre-shuffle. And look at that. As I say that, as I stop shuffling and I say that 9 of wands that was up there in the pre-shuffle. You heard me say that, right? 9 of wands. Look at that. Look at that shit. Look, this is some crazy ass shit. I love these thank you readings. I really do. I love it. They're like, it's like a fucking extended reading, the way the energy is just so light and easy to cut through. Oh, it's so nice. Oh my God. Nines of the End in Tarot. Yeah, what's fueling that? The 7 of Wands. Colors it says the same thing I said. It colors everything. But all right, what's here? It might color everything in a bad. It might have been coloring everything in a bad way. I'm not sure, because the sun's behind the wall. You know, I mean, I suppose that Coldwater Canyon house does color everything in a bad way for me. You know, any time after that my wife and I were looking at places to live, you know, whether I realized it or not, I'd compare it to that. Oh, this sucks. Even though it's perfectly fine, it's like, well, it's no Coldwater Canyon. You know, that kind of thing. So without realizing I was doing that, right? It's a bit of that, but I think for most of you, this is a person. Obviously, I'm using just the only reference I can for this here. 3 of Pentacles. Why is that here? 3 of Swords. Yeah, it colors it. It's exactly what I just described. Oh, sweetie, how about this house? Nah, it's no Coldwater Canyon, right? I mean, you just catch my drift. I'm just giving you an example. This could be a person that you compare everybody to, right? Well, they're not Janelle. Well, okay, fine. You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. It's just, it's there. You don't realize it, though, because you're on the surface. It's like those people in Florida that time. And I told you this story. They had it on the news. I remember. They had it on the news. They were like some guys out in the water on boogie boards or surfboards or something. And they had no idea there was a school of hammerheads right below them. And there's like a helicopter flying over. And they're shooting it for the news. And they're like, I don't know if they realize or not. Yeah. Oh, look at that. You know, and it was just scary as fuck to see. You know, it's like, dude, literally right beneath you. Okay? it's a bit of that. It's not really anything. I think it colors things, whether you realize it or not. It's been coloring things badly for you. It's been causing you to reject certain things. But here you are up on the surface, doing your thing. I may pull a separate read here, but I do want to see, I'm not worried about this, I do want to see the Queen of Wands here, okay? And I'm going to take the Nine of Wands out and just throw it there. Why is the Queen of Wands here? And we'll see where this is going. All right, I know it's reconciliation energy. It's coming to the surface. Whatever it is coming to the surface. You're going to get a good look at it. Maybe this reading spurs it on. You know, lights the wick on the energy where you go, yeah, Steve's right. Maybe my little analogy helped somebody. I don't know. They often do. Some people are like, oh, fucking Steve when it was fucking analogies. And other people are like, no, that helped a lot. I get it. Right? Always comparing everything to whoever or whatever. That kind of thing. Yeah. And this is something you do without realizing it. I mean, I do it with that Coldwater Canyon house. I do it without realizing it. It's not like I actually say, well, it's not the Coldwater Canyon. No, there's just something, you know, I'm always looking for things that remind me of it, you know. When we moved here, it was the fence that reminded me of it. I mean, it is. It's just without realizing. I don't realize it until years later, you know. So keep in mind, this is not something that you directly have access to. It's probably something you don't think about very often or realize is still there. Happens all the time, you know. Why is the Queen of Wands here? We do it with cars, we do it with houses, we do it with people, we do it with places, we do it with pets, you know. What's going on with the Queen of Wands here? You're going to get a good look at what's been coloring things for you. I'll tell you that in the very near future. I don't know, you're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. Well, let's talk about this Queen of Wands because I'm done shuffling. Oh, fuck me. The Lover's card. How do I say this without pissing somebody off? I run into that dilemma a lot with this fucking channel. With my friends, I don't care as much. But with you guys, you know, it's different strokes, different folks. I can't control who's coming here. Fine, fuck it, I'll just say it. You've been making decisions. Some of you, the choices you've been making have been for the wrong reasons. Yep. In recent years. Some of the choices you've been making have been for the wrong reasons and you have no idea. Okay? You have no idea. All right? Okay. It's fine. All right. What's on top? Hey, don't shoot the messenger. It could be very mild. It could be very minor. It doesn't have to be major. I've already given you enough examples here to show you, right? I mean, I chose the place we live in now because of the fence. It was a stupid idea. Had I known that the neighbors were all a bunch of assholes, I'd have picked something else. Oh, but the fence remind me, without realizing that the fence remind me of Coldwater Canyon. It's so nice. Oh, I feel like I'm home again. Okay. All right. Fine. Right? No, never mind the fact that the neighbors are a bunch of entitled fuckwit King of Wands sociopaths. I mean, whatever. You know, you find that out later. And I figure out later why I picked this place. Oh, it's that fucking fence. All right. You've been making choices for surface reasons. You've been influenced by something beneath the surface, right? You've been making, or it could be that way too. It could be that I won't call them the wrong choices, but I think they are based on what the energy's saying here, or have been on some level. They've been colored by whatever's beneath the surface. We could say that, right? So you've been on the surface making choices that you think you're making, but something beneath the surface is actually influencing those choices. Something bigger than you is influencing your choices, or has been. And it's this. It's what we've been talking about. All right? All right. What's on top? The High Priestess. What did I just say? Look, you know, when my voice goes back to 12-year-old, you know, something's going on. What did I just say? Right? High Priestess, hidden energy. Something hidden has been influencing your choice. Yeah, you think you're in charge. You haven't been in charge. My Coldwater Canyon house has been in charge of you. Okay? I mean, you know, I don't know, just as a joke, that's a funny way to put it. But, you know, something underneath the surface. You've been influenced by whatever this is for you. Why is the High Priestess here? The star. Right. Now it's time for you to see it. And you're getting the first sniff of it here with this reading. I guarantee you a good chunk of you are. All right? I'm going to grab the Rider Waite. I'm going to cut the deck. And then I'm going to shuffle the fucker. And I'm going to see why you're getting this information. Probably because of that, in part. After the cut, Ace of Pentacles. It's an important card, right? Since I've now told you for the first time in all the time I've been out here, right? I now told you I'm a cut shuffler. I'm a cut person. I just cut the deck. Offline, I'll just cut. That's it. Just cut till I'm done. Boom. That's it. Here you go. That's an important card. Anytime I cut the deck, it's important. What's at the bottom? Frankly, anytime anybody does, it's important at the bottom. A lot of people don't put enough emphasis on it. But there's a lot of energy to cutting the deck. You know, you're giving the universe a lot to work with, a lot less variable. Anyway, let's go. Let's see where we're at. Because you're grabbing the deck in chunks. You're not grabbing it in individual cards. So it changes the odds quite a bit. All right. Sort of like playing the lottery and instead of 6 numbers, there's only 3. You know, it's a bit of that. Or 4, right? It's a bit of that. Let's see where we go here. All right. You only have to guess 4. All right. Let's see where we're at. So, what's happening here? How is this changing for my people? Why are they getting this information? So well, in part, probably so you take a look at it. All right, these thank you readings are for you. We're not talking about an incoming soulmate. We're talking about you. Well, it's not about somebody coming in and changing things and, oh, you're about to meet the love of your life. No, you're about to find out what hidden energy has been influencing you, and you're about to do something about it. I saw a King of Swords in that pre-shuffle. He was holding that sword, right? Something's about to change. We know that, you know, because we got that Knight of Swords right there. Something's about to change. Let's go. What was crossing over here? Oh, the Lovers. Right. Let's just stick the Lovers right there. Here's the Lovers. Done. Wow. Something's about to change. Your decision-making process is about to get an overhaul. You're about to get some air in your tires. The car is about to flow a lot freer, a lot easier, a lot smoother. Pay attention to a recent energy update I did. I think it was the other day. Okay? Pay attention to it. It's important. These new cycles we're moving in, taking care of any goats, right? No goats allowed in the new cycle, right? Keep that in mind. I'll tell you, that's damn solid advice. That's $10 million worth of advice I just gave you right there. Let me tell you right now. You know, that is it's one of those cycles you're not gonna want to bring any goats in with you. All right, or as few as possible, or at least the ones you don't know about. Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands, Lovers, Queen of Wands, Lovers crossing Queen of Wands, right there. Queen of Wands, Lovers, Queen of Wands, Lovers, different deck. Yeah, I know. I'm making this shit up. Why? What else? I'm giving you 2 readings here. Death card. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the base energy. What did I say? There I go again, 12-year-old Steve. What did I say? Right, your choices are about to change. Now you're in charge. You're not making choices. Now the Queen of Wands has moved. It was over here, and now it's over here, and it's red with what's here. Okay? Yeah. Come on. Damn. I love it. Love it when a plan comes together. The cards are with me today. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you. Queen of Pentacles, a much more solid, stable queen. These two do not like each other. They don't want to have lunch together. This one finds this one vapid. Okay? Just vapid. Lovers, the 9 of Swords, and the Ace of Cups fueling here underneath, crossing this death card. All that's about to change. You're about to see. Look, this is the kind of energy. Why is this here? Because this is the kind of energy that can, once you realize that something's been some kind of persistent energy, a persistent happiness, a persistent person. Again, my house example that I gave you. You know, it could be a person, it could be anything. Once you realize that, it's the kind of energy that can make you think, well, if I got that wrong, maybe I got everything wrong. That is nonsense if that pops in your head, okay? It's not the case. It's just, you maybe could make better decisions if it was just you, if it wasn't influenced by anything. The best decisions we make are ones that aren't influenced. I ask people for advice on decisions I need to make. On any decision I need to make, I ask for advice only if I have to. I want as few input as possible, and even then the final decision lies with me. Most people can't make a decision on their own. They get influenced by all sorts of things. This can also play out as a friend, someone you think is a friend that's been influencing you without you realizing it, and you see through it. This can play out that way too. Again, you have to think laterally with my readings. You cannot, it's real energy reading. You can't take it literally. You can't take what you just have to catch my drift, okay? There's something here that's been influencing, tainting, coloring in some way, either in the positive or the negative or whatever, your decision-making process, the choices you've been making. That's why the Lovers came out twice. It's all about choices, right? And this is major arcana, which means it's not you making the decisions. It's influenced by a higher power, a hidden energy we learned. Now it's time for you to see it with the star here. The energy is just right for you to figure it out. Now, you've been making decisions. You thought you were in control. You've really just been operating the surface controls. This is a much deeper queen. And again, I said over here, the Queen of Wands is over here. It's the final outcome. Over here, it's not. It moved, and that was the final. Okay? So now things are changing. So whatever this is, there's no way for me to pinpoint it. I've given you a few examples, talked about it. It's important that you understand. It's important just from this reading for this Ace of Swords to really take effect here. The reconciliation energy, the cutting truth. For you, I'm pointing it out. I'm pointing out that there's something there that's been coloring your decision-making process about many different things in your life. You thought you were in control. Really, you were just operating the surface controls. Okay? You're about to be in complete control. You're about to be Queen of Pentacles energy here, which is in this case is representing a much deeper queen, a much more stable queen. This queen finds this one vapid a little bit. They don't want to have lunch together. And this one is scared shitless of this one because this one likes to lie a lot and very surface energy and just, you know, shiny, lured by shiny objects, whatever. Okay? Things are about to get a lot deeper. You're about to be a lot more in control of the choices you're making. Whatever this is, once it reveals itself, you'll be able to deal with it. I'm not sure if it's coming back, if it's a person. I'm not sure if it's returning or not. I have no idea. Let's see what's changing. Let's grab the Light Seer. And let's just pull on the Death card, all right? It's good information to know. A lot of times we don't realize it. I mean, I gave you the simple example of my Coldwater Canyon house. You know, I didn't realize till years later that that was influencing a lot of my decisions about where I lived and places I liked and places I didn't like. It was. You don't realize it. We're very influenced by certain things. Certain things have an energy that just sticks to us. It sticks like glue. You don't notice it's there. Right? It's just there. It's deep down under the water. So you flew out of the deck. Look at that. Page of Wands, Ace of Cups, and there's again a Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands was in the pre-shuffle. Nine of Wands was here, crossing this card over here. This Ten of Wands. Nine of Wands also shows up here. From every deck I've grabbed, pretty much except for that one, I got a Nine of Wands coming out. Nines of the end in tarot. Again, you're going to feel a lot more freer. You're going to feel a lot looser emotionally once you release this energy. This energy is releasing. The Death card here is a major arcana. We don't control that. This energy is releasing. Yeah, I think this reading may help you realize it's there. But from once you realize it might be there, at least acknowledge that it might be there, that there might be something. Even don't try to rack your brain thinking about it. All you have to do is acknowledge that there might be something. And according to the energy I have here, it reveals itself to you rather quickly. Okay? In the near future. Again, you're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. But this is pretty cool. Because I tell you what, it's been obscuring quite a bit. It's been obscured by a lot of things may not have worked out as you wanted. A lot of choices you made may not have gone in the direction you wanted. Sometimes when we have an energy like this that's underneath the surface, a hidden energy, things don't go the way we want them to. Things start going your way. You start to feel a little more like that girl on that card, a little freer. Or you could use my car analogy if you want. the proper air pressure, the car rides a lot better, rolls a lot smoother, turns a lot better, stops a lot better, and gets a lot better gas mileage. It flows right along, right? Just like that girl on that card there, right? So whatever it is, this is pretty cool. So it's there. It's been there, and the energy is right now, divine timing, bigger than you, major arcana, to reveal itself, right? To show itself to you. This reading might be the first step in me pointing it out. A lot of people don't realize that they're making decisions. They think they're in charge, and they're not. Something else inside is in charge. We sometimes say about people, so-and-so is living rent-free inside your head, kind of a thing like that. Well, this energy has kind of, whatever this is, it's been living rent-free in your head. It may have influenced you positively or negatively or just had a neutral effect. It's going to vary for all of you, but whatever it is, you're about to be in more control once you acknowledge it's there, all right? And you'll make better choices, and you'll make faster choices as well, okay? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. I've done my best. I did 2 readings for you. Those are your readings, plural. That's your reading. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. And again, for anybody who's giving me a nickel for anything I do around here, thank you. All right? And I will continue to do these every month, because it's important. It's important to thank people for helping you out. It's important to reciprocate in some way, other than me just giving you readings, of course. But that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. Good luck.